The Japanese oil change secret that takes GMC trucks past 300,000 miles isn't tribal knowledge. It's 6 practices documented owners use to take a 5.3 past 400K. Number 1, cuts your interval in half. Practice number 1, the 5,000-mile interval. Toyota's official oil change interval for current synthetic oil-equipped vehicles is 10,000 miles under normal service. Most current GMC trucks running Dexos synthetic are also rated for 7,500 to 10,000 miles between changes under normal service. Here's what most owners miss. Both manufacturers publish a separate severe service interval, 5,000 miles or even 3,000 miles, for vehicles operating in conditions that include any of the following: frequent short trips under 15 minutes, towing or hauling, extreme cold or hot ambient temperatures, dusty driving conditions, stop-and-go traffic, mountainous terrain. If you read those conditions carefully, almost every truck owner in America falls into severe service by the manufacturer's own definition. A daily commute with multiple short stops counts. A truck that occasionally tows counts. A truck driven in winters below freezing counts. The normal service interval applies to a use case that almost nobody actually has: long highway-only driving in moderate temperatures with no load. Toyota technicians who maintain the 600,000-mile engines run severe service intervals as a default. Not because the manufacturer demands it, because the engines that hit 600,000 are the ones that got severe service treatment regardless of what the manual said about normal conditions. The GMC owners taking 5.3 Gen 3 and Gen 4 trucks past 400,000 miles report the same pattern: 5,000 miles between changes, sometimes shorter under heavy use. Never the 10,000-mile maximum. The math is straightforward. Over 100,000 miles, the difference between 5,000-mile and 10,000-mile intervals is 10 extra oil changes. At $30 to $50 per change, including oil and filter, that's $300 to $500 in additional maintenance cost over 100,000 miles. Roughly $30 to $50 per year for a typical owner. The repair this prevents: sludge accumulation, lifter starvation, cam wear, and bearing fatigue from oil that broke down past its useful life. Lifter replacement on a 5.3 runs $3,000 to $5,500. Bearing failure that results in a complete engine rebuild runs $4,000 to $7,000. The math is not close. 5,000-mile intervals on synthetic Dexos oil. Every time. The factory normal service interval applies to driving conditions almost nobody actually has. Severe service is the default for trucks. $30 to $50 a year of additional maintenance prevents repair bills measured in thousands. The next practice costs $0 extra and dramatically improves how clean your oil change actually gets. Practice number 2. Drain on a warm engine. Most owners drain oil cold. Pull into the driveway after a long drive in the morning, let the truck sit for a few hours until the engine is comfortable to work around, then drain. The reasoning is comfort and safety. Cool engine means no burns. The Toyota technician approach is different. Drive the truck 5 to 10 minutes before the change. Let the oil reach roughly 150 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm enough to flow freely, not hot enough to cause burns through gloves. Then drain. The reason is fluid dynamics. Cold oil, even synthetic, is significantly thicker than warm oil. The viscosity at 60 degrees Fahrenheit is multiple times higher than at 170 degrees. Thicker oil clings to the inside of the pan, the oil galleries, the timing cover, and every other internal surface. When you drain cold, that clinging fluid stays in the engine. Some of it carries contaminants, carbon particles, metal wear, oxidation byproducts. Estimates from Toyota service training documentation suggest that a cold drain leaves behind up to half a quart of contaminated oil compared to a warm drain. Across multiple oil changes, that residual oil mixes with each new fill, contaminating the fresh oil from the moment it enters the engine. Over 100,000 miles of cold drains versus warm drains, the difference in cumulative contamination is meaningful. The procedure is straightforward. Drive the truck for 5 to 10 minutes, a normal short drive on local roads. Park on level ground. Wait 3 to 5 minutes for the oil to settle from the upper galleries back into the pan. Drain. Use thick mechanics gloves and stand to the side as the plug comes out. Warm oil flows fast, but at 150 to 180 Fahrenheit, it's not dangerous through proper protection. This practice costs nothing, adds 10 minutes to the job, removes a meaningful percentage of the contaminants that would otherwise stay behind in the engine. Warm drain at 150 to 180 degrees removes more contaminated oil than a cold drain. Free practice. 10 minutes added to the job. Cumulative cleanliness benefit across the engine's life. The next practice is the one most owners have never done, and it eliminates a few seconds of dry running every single time the engine starts after an oil change. Practice number 3. Pre-fill the oil filter. When you install a new dry oil filter and start the engine, the oil pump has to fill that filter from empty before any oil reaches the bearings, lifters, and upper engine components. On most GMC V8 platforms with a vertically mounted filter, that fill process takes roughly 3 to 5 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds of dry running on critical wear surfaces immediately after every single oil change. Toyota technicians pre-fill the filter before installation. Pour fresh oil into the filter housing until it reaches the top of the threaded center post on a vertical mount filter. On horizontal or angled mount filters, where complete pre-fill is messy, fill to about half full. The amount that fits varies, typically half a quart to a full quart of oil, which is then accounted for in the total fill volume. Install the pre-filled filter immediately. The oil inside primes the filter, so when the engine starts, the pump only needs to circulate from the pan rather than fill from zero. Oil pressure reaches the upper engine components within 1 to 2 seconds rather than 5. The dry running window is dramatically reduced on every startup that follows. On the GMC 53, the AC Delco UP-F48R filter for Gen 5 applications and the PF63E for Gen 4 applications both mount vertically with the threaded post pointing upward. This is the easiest possible mounting orientation for pre-fill. Open the new filter, fill to the top of the center thread, install carefully so no oil sloshes out, tighten by hand to the spec turn count from the gasket touch point. Across thousands of oil changes during the life of an engine, the cumulative reduction in dry start wear from this practice is significant. It's one of the reasons high-mileage Japanese engines show less upper-end wear at 300,000 miles than high-mileage engines that never had pre-filled filters. Small per event. Cumulative across thousands of starts. Pre-fill the oil filter before installation on every change. $0 cost. 2 minutes added to the job. Eliminates several seconds of dry running on every cold start for the rest of the engine's life. The most underrated practice on this list. If this is the kind of detailed maintenance content you came for, hit subscribe and like this video. Helps more GMC owners get to 400,000 miles. 3 more practices to go. Practice number 4, OEM spec oil and filter. This is the practice where most owners save the wrong $15. The aftermarket parts aisle is full of cheap oil filters and bargain-grade oils that meet minimum specifications without delivering what the engine actually requires. The GMC 53 Gen 3 and Gen 4 are specified for 5W30 Dexos approved oil. The Gen 553 from 2014 forward is specified for 0W20 Dexos Gen 3. Note the Gen 3, not Gen 2. Gen 3 is the current specification. The additive package in Dexos Gen 3 is engineered specifically to protect the AFM and DFM lifters that make modern GMV8s vulnerable to lifter failure. Running Dexos Gen 2, the older spec, or generic non-Dexos synthetic in a Gen 5 engine, deprives the lifters of the additive chemistry they need to maintain hydraulic pressure cycle after cycle. The cost difference between Dexos Gen 3 certified oil and bargain-grade synthetic is approximately $5 to $8 per oil change. The lifter repair that incorrect oil contributes to runs $3,000 to $5,500. The math, again, is not close. Filters are the same story. AC Delco UPF48R for Gen 5 applications, PF63E for Gen 4 applications. Both filters use multi-layer media engineered for the specific flow rates and bypass characteristics of the GMV8 oil system. Cheap aftermarket filters, particularly the lowest tier Fram and similar bargain brands, frequently fail bypass valve tests, allowing unfiltered oil to circulate during cold starts or under high pump output. Some of them shed media fibers that lodge in oil galleries. The cost difference between an OEM spec AC Delco filter and a cheap aftermarket, typically $4 to $7. Wix makes a filter equivalent to AC Delco quality at slightly lower cost. Napa Gold filters are produced by Wix at the same factory with different branding. Any of those three brands, AC Delco, Wix, or Napa Gold, meets the engineering specification. The Toyota technician approach is clinical here. OEM spec oil. OEM spec filter. Every change. No cheap substitutions to save $8 on a maintenance interval that protects a $5,000 component. Dexos Gen 3 for Gen 5 engines. Dexos approved 5W30 for Gen 3 and Gen 4. AC Delco, or equivalent OEM spec filter every change. The $5 to $15 in cost difference between budget supplies and correct supplies is the cheapest insurance available on this entire list. The next practice is the one that separates careful mechanics from the rest. It costs 50 cents. Practice number 5, new crush washer plus proper torque. The drain plug on a GMC 5.3 uses an M12 by 1.75 thread. The crush washer between the plug and the oil pan compresses on installation to create the seal that prevents leaks. After one use, that crush washer is, by design, crushed. It doesn't return to its original shape. Reusing it on the next oil change means installing a partially deformed seal against an oil pan that's now dealing with a slightly imperfect interface. The Toyota standard is a new crush washer every time. Cost, 50 cents per washer in bulk. The aftermarket sells them for under $5 in packages of 10 or 20. Buy a pack once, use one per oil change for years. The torque spec on most GMV8 drain plugs is 18 to 22 foot-pounds. This is a specific number for a reason. Under-torquing, guessing by hand, risks the drain plug working loose over time. A drain plug that backs out at highway speed dumps the entire oil supply onto the road in seconds. Engine seizure follows almost immediately. Catastrophic failure, tens of thousands in damage. Over-torquing is worse in a different way. Many owners and quick lube technicians muscle the drain plug tight with a breaker bar or extended ratchet handle. The torque applied easily exceeds 40 or 50 foot-pounds. The aluminum oil pan threads are not designed for that load. They strip. Once the oil pan threads strip, the only fix is oil pan replacement, $400 to $800 including labor. All for the sake of making sure the plug was tight. A proper torque wrench eliminates both errors. Set the wrench to 19 or 20 foot-pounds. Click, done. The seal is correct, the threads are protected, and the drain plug stays in place until the next change. A basic torque wrench in the 18 to 22 foot-pound range costs $30 to $50. It lasts a lifetime. Every oil change after that is correctly torqued without guesswork. New crush washer every change. Torque wrench set to 20 foot-pounds. Two practices that cost essentially nothing once the torque wrench is purchased and prevent both the catastrophic loose plug scenario and the expensive stripped thread scenario. The next practice is the one that turns oil changes from a routine task into a diagnostic event. And it's how Toyota master technicians catch bearing failure 10,000 miles before it destroys the engine. Practice number 6. Inspect the drained oil and the filter contents. This is the practice that separates the engines that hit 400,000 miles from the engines that fail at 200. The mechanic who follows this practice catches bearing failure, cam wear, and lifter degradation early, when the repair is still affordable. The owner who skips it discovers the same problems when the engine has already destroyed itself. Pour the drained oil through a paper towel or coffee filter into a separate container. Look at what stays on the filter paper. Normal oil from a healthy engine leaves a faint, dark residue on the paper. That's carbon and combustion byproducts expected at any mileage. The oil itself appears uniformly dark brown to black with no visible particles. Warning signs. Visible metal flakes or a glittering shimmer in the residue indicates wear from rotating components, bearings, cam lobes, or chain components. Copper-colored particles indicate bearing wear specifically. Copper is part of the bearing alloy, and visible copper means the bearing surface is degrading. Iron filings or magnetic particles caught by a small magnet indicate cam or crank wear. The oil filter inspection is even more revealing. Buy a filter cutter, a one-time purchase of about $25, and cut open the old filter at the seam after every change. The pleated filter media inside should be uniformly tan or brown. Small amounts of fine sediment in the media base are normal. Visible metal particles, large debris, or chunks of any material in the filter are early warning signs of internal failure. Toyota master technicians do this routinely. The catch isn't just diagnostic, it's predictive. By the time bearing failure shows up as visible copper in the oil, the bearing might have 10 or 20,000 miles of useful life left. Catching it early means replacing the bearing for a few $1,000s during a planned repair, rather than discovering the problem when the engine seizes on the highway and requires complete replacement. The practice takes 5 minutes per oil change. The investment is one filter cutter that lasts forever and a coffee filter or paper towel each change. Inspect the drained oil and the filter contents every change. 5 minutes added to the procedure. The catch on early bearing wear or cam degradation can save $5,000 to $7,000 in catastrophic repair costs by enabling repair while the failure is contained. Standard practice in Japan, almost unheard of among American owners. 6 practices. Everyone verifiable. Everyone practiced by Toyota technicians who maintain 600,000-mile engines. 5,000-mile intervals on Dexos, certified synthetic. Drain at 150 to 180 degrees with a warm engine. Pre-fill the oil filter before installation. Run OEM spec Dexos, Gen 3 oil and AC Delco or equivalent filters. New crush washer with 20 foot-pounds of torque every time. Inspect the drained oil and cut open the old filter to look for early failure signs. Owners following this methodology on the GMC C53, Gen 3 L M7 document trucks past 400,000 miles. Owners on the 48L R4 document past 475,000. The engine is the same as the one in the lot beside yours. The methodology is what's different. Remember the top. Number 1 cuts your interval in half. Now you know the other 5. Go watch our video on the only 3 GMC engines that last 300,000 miles, or the one on how to make your GMC last past 300K. Both stack directly on what you just learned. See you in the next one.